So Wolfman releases this weekend, but is it worth your time? Don't worry, I've got your spoiler-free review right here. So Wolfman tells the story of a family that are living in kind of a secluded farmhouse. After they're attacked by an unseen beast, the husband is injured and starts to transform into something unrecognizable that may threaten the safety of his child and his wife. January is historically the cinematic wasteland of movies, so anytime you see something coming out in January, it's probably not good, especially if it's a horror film. But I was a little bit optimistic about this movie since it is directed by Leigh Whannell, who also directed a movie called The Invisible Man that a lot of you have probably heard about, which is a great film that I love. But unfortunately, The Wolfman is not really as good nor anywhere close to as good as The Invisible Man. Let's start with what I like about the movie. There is a bit of creativity when it comes to the actual transforming of the husband. Some of the things that they do and the way that they show this transformation is pretty creative, and I actually enjoyed a lot of it. The acting is also pretty strong. Both of the leads do a pretty good job, and I think that the child actress is also fairly good. But unfortunately, that's where the good ends and the bad begins. This movie just feels too long. It's only about an hour and 40 minutes, but it feels like it's about 2 hours, which is not a good thing at all. It really drags, especially in the second half of the film, and by the end, I was left feeling pretty cold. Also, some of the dialogue is just atrocious. I mean, it's so bad. I couldn't believe that some of the characters were saying what they were saying. It's like they were reading lines out of a book. It was not working at all. It's also super predictable. I would say about 10 minutes in, I knew exactly where this film was going. And I'm talking exactly where it was going. Beat for beat, I could have told you the plot from 10 minutes in to the end of the movie. It is not surprising in the slightest, and that was really unfortunate. It's also just not that scary. I know it's labeled as a horror film, but there's nothing really scary about it since we, the audience, know exactly what's going on. We've all seen the trailer. We know he's turning into a wolf man. So it's kind of obnoxious to see the wife and the daughter not really understand what's going on since we, the audience, are like, hey, he's turning into a wolf man. That's not really the movie's fault, but it's still an issue. All in all, I would say that this film is not really worth it. Not that I was disappointed, but I was definitely expecting a little bit more. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. I do think it has some creative parts, but all in all, it's not a movie that's worth your time. If you guys did see The Wolfman this weekend, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you again in the next video.